The Ezio Trilogy, as games and Assassin's Creed games most specifically, are pretty special to me. Ezio's story from birth to death is something that will be a huge part of my story as a gamer for the rest of my gaming life. But even the best games going will have flaws, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 5 bad things in Assassin's Creed Ezio Trilogy. I'm gonna have to think of what could we call it. I'm not gonna call it the Ezio Collection because that's the fucking remaster. Fuck it, here are 5 bad things in the Ezio Trilogy. Please note that this is all in my opinion. If you disagree with me, that's cool, let me know in the comment. The first thing are optional objectives. Optional objectives aren't the best in Assassin's Creed because they make you play the game not how you want to, but how it was supposedly done. Now, I get how it fits in, because you have the Animus, you're reliving memories to get 100% sync, you do things in a certain way, the way it was actually done, according to Assassin's Creed lore, I get that. But the thing is, it's very restrictive to the player, making you not play how you want to, complementing not your play style, but nobody's. It's just complementing the game, and it makes you feel like you're being handheld even more than need be. And Assassin's Creed does a lot of hand-holding, so optional objectives are a little bit of a step too far. Now, it is worth mentioning that these RSAKE guidelines aren't only in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and Revelations. However, they were introduced in Brotherhood, making it something that's wrong with the Ezio Trilogy. Next up, we have the Animus Island from Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, although the modern day was good, I wasn't a huge fan of the Animus Island in Revelations because there was really no interaction in the modern day with anybody but Clay or Subject 16 or whatever, and it just felt a bit... well, it didn't feel as detailed. I mean, it was detailed. There was detail to the modern day, and it was mostly in the storytelling and also in the DLCs. But it shouldn't really require the DLCs to fill you in and all that stuff and these serious plot points and etc. and etc. And all in all, the Assassin's Creed Revelations modern day lacked immediate detail for me. Although there was some detail sort of lurking in the background and the story that was being told, which was really good. I just feel as if this is something in Revelations that could have been done a little better. Another thing that really got me were the slow motion combat finishes in Revelations. They weren't done necessarily correctly. I get the experiment, it was a cool little thing that they were trying to do. However, sometimes it would just come out looking a bit off, and sometimes it would look weird, and sometimes it would just prolong the end of a fight for quite a fair bit, and it would just feel like it would take forever to get through this one slow motion finisher, when in reality it's meant to be done in a few seconds and then you can continue with whatever you're doing. And honestly, I feel as if it was sort of in the way when you were trying to do things quickly. However, it was a cool idea, I will give them that, but it wasn't polished enough. It was kind of a bit off depending on the kill move, most notably. If the kill move was quite swift, it would look quite fine, but if this kill move was like stab someone in the head, break their neck, and then pull the sword out, that would take ages. Or if you'd stab them, and then they sort of fall off the sword slowly, that's also a bit irritating when it's taking so long. And it just made the combat gameplay experience in Revelations just feel that ever so much more unnecessarily tedious. Next up, we have another thing from Revelations, funny that, and yes, it is of course the pointless bomb feature in which you can craft different kinds of bombs and stuff, which is advertised heavily in the marketing before the game came out, and also promoted in the game towards the beginning. But you know what's funny, is you never have to use them, besides from that one mission where they're introduced. Beyond that, they're just there for you to use. Now, a part of that is cool, now a part of that is pointless. If you don't need to use every tool in your arsenal to complete your objectives, why do you have these unnecessary tools, these unnecessary features? We could have had some better features in place of this bomb one. I can't think of any because I'm retarded. But I feel as if these bombs were unnecessary, and also the explosive stuff, they just did the same really. The majority of them would just blow shit up. Some of them would spill lamb's blood all over the place or other distractions, and some of them would just put pins on the floor, which is just... that's lovely. You really treat the civilians well, don't you, Ezio? And all in all, I just feel as if the bombs were just completely random and unnecessary to be in the game, because you can complete the game without even touching the bombs, besides from that one mission where you have to, which is with Yusuf telling you about the bombs, which is a bit ridiculous, just saying. And finally would be failing the quick time event to hug Leonardo. Seriously, if you fail that, replay the game until that point and hug him to tomfuckery. Your well-being depends on it. But of course, the final point in this video is Constantinople and Revelations. 4 of the 5 points in this video are Revelations. Constantinople and Revelations was a mediocre city at best, and it was nothing compared to the beautiful cities in Assassin's Creed 2 and Rome in Brotherhood. Constantinople, street to street, felt like the exact same place. Everywhere felt the same. There were no different districts in certain little tweaks, yes, but it all felt like the same place. Everyone was of the same social standing. It felt really lacking in diversity. You'd sometimes see like a really rich looking dude in a really poverty stricken area next to some guy who looks like he spent the past 12 hours performing manual labour against a brick wall just to get his 2 pennies a day or whatever, you know. And Constantinople as a whole just didn't feel like much of a great city. And to be honest, I just flat out didn't like it. I didn't like Constantinople, and that's just my honest opinion. The landmarks were uninteresting to me, everything felt the same, and yeah, that's basically it. There's not much else to say on that one. I'd best shut up before the Turkish army tries to kill me. Looking at this list, all the points apply to Revelations, which is kind of weird. 4 of the points don't apply to the other 2 games, and they're the only bad things about the Ezio Trilogy that I can think of. I don't know if that makes me a fucking Assassin's Creed Ezio Trilogy dick rider who noticed that Revelations was a dip in quality from the other 2 games, which I do believe it was, although not massive. Revelations is still pretty good story-wise. I didn't really like Revelations as much as the other games, however I still loved it. But, you know, it is what it is, and I feel as if the worst points of the Ezio Trilogy, or at least 5 of the bad points that I can think of, are definitely in Revelations. Like, you see, the first one, the optional objectives, that sort of carries it over into Revelations. And the other 4 points are almost exclusively about Revelations. So, 4.5 bad things about Revelations and 0.5 bad things about Brotherhood. There's nothing bad to say about Assassin's Creed 2 besides from missing Leonardo's hug. What the fuck is this commentary? This is probably the most on fire I've been in weeks. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about the imbalance here. I just can't think of any bad things about Assassin's Creed 2. That game is perfect. And I'm not going to make a comment about the graphics because the game is quite old. But yes. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, share, comment. If you would like me to make a follow-up video where I make 5 more bad points about the Ezio Trilogy, then please comment down below, because I feel as if there are some points that I probably missed, and I don't realise I missed them, but I wanted to make this video because there were 5 points that I could definitely make. Also, if you made it this far into the video, please go ahead and comment Ezio's spicy nipples, just so I know that you made it to the end of the video. And there you have it. So thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, share, comment, and I'll see you all in the next one with another video. So yeah.